today, I'm not going to mention her name. I'm not going to mention her name. They said it was 24, but for real, I think it's maybe 24 plus. Because I had a conversation with one of these women who was not, but was about to get dragged, about to be victimized, but did not fully get there, but about to get dragged, but about to be part of that. And even then, she feels uncomfortable. And then now, ever since like these stories just come out, it's just like, whoa. And then I even went on his live last night where he was addressing the date situation where guy with the blue eyes, and he talked about something about like being pushed by black people or whatnot, whatever. He stitched that and said something, and he did a video. He did a something with another content creator, and even him, he even brought up the allegations about like what's going on. He was a woman.
Even Devontae was not having. I was on that panel. Okay, I popped on a panel with Mystique, and Devontae showed up. I'm like, am I on a panel with Devontae right now? What is happening right now? What is my life? So I'm sitting on the panel. This happened earlier today. And I'm like, babe, is this the blue-eyed guy we were talking about that was on all over TikTok for a minute ago? She's like, yeah, I think that is. So Devontae's like, listen, I was on a live. After I did my apology video, I wanted to do a live because I wanted to give people a platform to speak on it and speak their piece about what I did. And to speak about their experiences, either as like the same experience I had or to deconstruct what I said. Because he's like, I was wrong. I'm not saying I'm excusing him, but that's what he was doing. Okay, so that's the context. Panda comes up and says, let me up on the live, let me up on the live, let me up on the live. And he starts spewing stuff about people. And then Devontae was just like, he was on a panel today. He was like, I don't know what's up with him. I just met him the other day. And now that I've met him and seen all this stuff, I'm blocking him. I'm keeping him away. So when that person who had that egregious of a mess up sees Panda and says, I fucked up. I ain't fuck up like that. That's a problem. That's a problem.
That is. And my problem is with this, like, I like with women in general, like that's why I always be watching what I say and what I do. Because again, a simple can just trigger. Now me, I even get uncomfortable comments with women sometimes, and even then I'll be like, hey, that comment right there was a little uncomfortable, even though like la la la, but to keep on going. But the thing is about it, like with that, it should have been like it's consistent. There was no consistency at all. It even for an autistic will not make a joke like that.
He's using being autistic as a shield because again, I will reiterate, we've had multiple people come up here who are autistic. I am autistic. Okay, I like autism doesn't mean like what he's. And this is why I'm not saying he's not autistic. I want to be very clear because I don't want to come off as ableist. I am not saying he's not autistic. Just like I say, I'm not saying he's not non-binary. Even though it was a little weird how that came to be in our conversations, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they are non-binary and they are autistic. Their views on autism feels very NBC. It feels very Good Doctor. It feels very August Rush. It feels very it feels autism coded. The way that he speaks about autism, how they code autistic people in TV shows, and he's using it as to make it sound like it's so like, listen, autism is my superpower. I tell people, I'm not just okay with being autistic. Like I have my senses are very, very strong. I have a strong sense of justice. What? Why wouldn't I want to be who I am right now? I have super smell and I have a strong sense of justice. Please, baby, I love being autistic. But the problem I'm trying to say is he's making it sound like autistic people just forget things and say wildly out of pocket stuff because of their autism. I'm sorry, because of their DID. I'm sorry, because of their depression. I'm sorry, because of their bipolar disorder. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's changed it that many times. That many times.
That's crazy.
Okay? So
when people use mental things that people go through, I hate when people use the things that people go through as an excuse for shitty behavior. There's no point in being a shitty person just because you think that's not bro. I'm sorry, I can't articulate it because it's irritating. But being a shitty individual,
I wish more people would be okay with that. It's okay. I tell my 6-year-old every day because he wants to be right all the time. I'm like, yo, You're gonna be wrong. You're 6. I'm 37. I'm gonna be right more than you. For now,
At the end of
it's
the day,
be wrong.
at the end of the day, you was wrong because at the end of the day, she felt uncomfortable, and she has everyone has every right to feel how they feel, regardless if you're a man or you're a woman, trans. It doesn't matter. Your feelings, your mind, mental, emotional is valid. And if she felt some type of way, you should have just automatically just stopped what you were doing and said, hey, I'm sorry, this and the third, blah, 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 and it wouldn't got to this. Because right now, and now with this, the women part, which is like, that's a shock. And then, like, you put in the poly. Let me tell you something about this, okay? Now, let me break this down to y'all, okay? Now, I am a heterosexual man. Now, in a relationship with a woman, it's only just one. But even with polity, there is still consistent there because you're in a relationship. It doesn't matter how many people you're in, you still have to put the boundaries and respect. Relationship, it does not have it doesn't know anything. The only thing it knows about love, compassion, chivalry. It doesn't matter of how many people, as long as y'all probably do that right. If there is a bond and if there's connection, regardless, that's respectful, then right then and there, that is no excuse of why you say that, oh, I'm a poly. No, bro.
Everything was an excuse. Everything was an excuse.
You not poly.
And not to mention, she played the video.
That part, he sat there and lied the whole time. Hold on. He sat there and lied. He said, I didn't say that, and then played the audio, him saying, yeah, I said that. And then he still sat there and said he didn't say that when they had the audio. They played it over the live. There was no way not. And he sat there and gaslighting people on the live. Even after the audio. They had to receive black friend come up and just completely disrespect me.
Listen, was that an apology? Was that an apology? It didn't sound like it, didn't feel like it.
He said, but, and here's the thing. This could all be resolved. I don't think, it can't be resolved. The thing about it is, he doesn't understand, and I think he does. And this is me giving him the benefit of the doubt, but I really don't. So I think, okay, but there's intangible impact. What he did in his head, he thinks it was okay. Doesn't matter, right? There's representativity. There's an actor who played an Asian man who's really very white, right? The intent was to play an Asian character. The impact was racism, right? So his intent was, I'm being flirtatious. I don't flirt with anybody. Like, I'm poly. Like, my inbox, I'll keep it real. My inbox be popping. Okay? I got a receding hairline, and there's 15 people in my inbox trying to holler at me. Look at me, all right? But you know what doesn't happen? I don't flirt with them without consent. I don't send them anything, even remotely quasi-spicy. I don't even say, like, oh, you're kind of cute. No. I'm like, hey, do I have enthusiastic consent to message you in your inbox? Yes? Cool. May I have consent to say something real quick? Absolutely. All right, you're beautiful. I really want to get to know you. It'd be really cool to do that. And they're like, yeah, let's talk. And then you say, you have enthusiastic consent to continue this conversation. It's that simple. And guess what? Consent can be taken away in a heartbeat. Exactly. You could be 2 sentences in, but yo, I think you're so fine. And I just stop. Okay. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Legos? Let's talk about Legos. I like Legos.
I actually second that because I really be minding my own business on this app, but my inbox is something serious.
What?
I'll be minding my business too. And some inboxes be floating.
It be going. It's the melanin, baby.
Right. It's definitely. Hold up, real quick though. Can we please applaud all the melanins in here? Look at all this beautiful melanin.